Hello, I am Orange Cat, and this is my review for Fully Coolly Alternative, Episode 6, the final episode of Fully Coolly Alternative, and maybe the last ever episode we ever see of Fully Coolly. Okay, I'll go into the ending in a minute, because that ending was that was quite something. I'll go into that in a minute. I'll begin with some of the stuff I liked about this episode. I loved how they began right with a fight scene. Like we didn't begin with like the whole scene with Kana moping after the whole ending with pets. We just had Haruko going full service against this blue Conti robot. And I just loved the fight, how it was well done, how he was like evenly matched for most of the fight. And the ending, how like she was laying down on top of the iron and how the hand came. And I just like how that was like choreographed, how that scene was choreographed. And also like just general the fight scene with all the different blue Contis, how Haruko and the suit guy, that's the adult, forgot his name, kind of came together and started fighting. And let me start now with some of the stuff. And also liked the actually one more thing I liked. I liked how when like pets got like shipped off to Mars, how her friends were sitting on the block and they're all waving something that she gave them at some point. I just liked how that like showed how despite being literally a world away, how they're still friends in that way. I just like again, I liked how the character dynamics have worked throughout this show. And I liked how they were used in that scene right there. Let me begin with some of the stuff I did not like about this episode now. Okay, so when I saw that first minute or so with Haruko fighting that giant blue Conti, I was under the assumption we're gonna have like a nice 30-minute long fight scene, and I thought, which would have been a great idea to do. Really keep the pace going, make it just this long action sequence, tie in this whole thing with Kana and Pets again, and keep make that a part of the fight in a way. I thought that would have been a great thing to do. Unfortunately, that did not happen. What we got was right after this like 1 2 minute scene with Haruko fighting the robot, we get Kana kind of moping, walking around. They go to school, they leave school, they go to this place to watch lift off. And by this point, it's been like burnt like 8 9 minutes of the episode just on that. And some people who are like more into the emotional side of the show might like that scene, and that's totally cool. I just personally didn't, especially how it was handled. How there was like no resistance to stop pets. It just kind of happened. She just kind of went right to Mars with the prime minister lady and presumably other rich people. And another thing I really did not. Okay, I guess I have to go into the ending now, don't I? First off, okay, in the original Fully Cooley, you had Nada. And it was a progression throughout the 6 episodes of him kind of growing to his element, kind of going through that metaphorical puberty by his familiarity and ability to bond with Conti physically, as you would see throughout how he was able to face his problems throughout the series. And to a degree in Progressive, you kind of had this with Hadomi, especially the last 2 or 3 episodes. You can see her starting to change as a character. Her emotions get all over the place, and if something was developed really well like that, not really really well, not nearly as well as the original, but it kind of got developed. But this one, you had Kana, who's this happy-go-lucky self for 4.5 episodes, kind of gets depressed in the end of the 5th episode. Is depressed half of this episode, and then the ending, it's like, I don't want things to change. And then she turns into like a fucking Super Saiyan and just destroys Mars. Like, I don't get the ending. I bet one of you in the comment section, you're going to understand the ending and you can explain it to me. But as far as I can analyze, what happened was that, like, first you had Haruko, you had the other guy fighting off blue Contis, and you had, like, Masan and Hijiri, like, cowering in fear. But then you had like Kana like standing on top of the car, trying to draw her own NO out, and this takes 3 minutes to get here. Like, there's only 2 minutes and a half into the episode. Leads to my big complaint about the ending I'm gonna bring forward in a minute. But you have her finally channel her NO, helped by prodding, a bit of prodding by Haruko, and then you get her somehow. Not sure if it was her or I think it was her, created some tonal vortex that sucked up Mars or turned it into a flat planet or some shit. But it I guess it blew back the suit guy. I guess I'm just gonna call him the suit guy. Also, Masan and Hijiri, and this blew Haruko into a different dimension. Some people say she died in this. I don't know, and I have no fucking clue why they showed on the moped there is clips from the original Fully Cooley. And some people have also theorized that, oh, this is actually a prequel to Fully Cooley. She's just getting blown into the universe that the original Fully Cooley occurred in. But, I mean, especially since they gave no real indication, I guess they want to leave it for interpretation. Honestly, I think all this was rushed. You're kind of finally standing up for yourself the first time in the show. 2.5 minutes left. And then you have her basically nuke Mars and kind of nuke Earth at the same time and blow Haruko into a different dimension. And it was also another couple complaints here. What was Haruko doing? Yeah, she wanted to be NO for something. She wanted to fight Medical Mechanica, but they never explained why. I guess you can theorize that this is before she ever met Atomisk, and that she's just simply doing her job of stopping Medical Mechanica, but she's just very said finale. Just finding ways to destroy Medical Mechanica even involves invading this girl's privacy. Just a lot to open up here. And they never explained the pins, like the Google Maps pins. I mean, they're just all over the place, and it was just there. I think they had probably something out for it, but they ran out of time, so they just kind of hope everyone forget about that. It's the type of show you're either gonna really, really love this ending, or you're gonna really, really hate it. And the ending itself, I'm honestly not really a fan of, personally. I understand how one would really like it. But again, the whole episode, I forgot another thing I really liked about the episode, something I had to bring up really late. I like the brief bonding between the suit guy and Haruko at the end. Like how they kind of got on the same page. If you think about it, if you think about Haruko and Amuro in the original, she was just disgusted with him because he had this tiny guitar coming from him. He was basically a man trying to buff up metaphorically for his worth, even though he was kind of an incel, I guess. I don't know any way to put it. But you have this guy who he doesn't bring out a giant guitar or anything, but it's like this tiny shark gun, but it can shoot lasers. So although he's not this amazing, capable, strong man, he's got something going for him. Haruko is kind of appreciative of that. She understands that he's not this complete stuck in the mud adult, and that he's actually got some personality to him. And that's something I think she got kind of attracted to metaphorically towards the end of the show. Her comment, "Oh, you turn into a man of the 11th hour." But uh, it's a very eye of the beholder type episode here. If I had to give this a number, this episode. I would shoot a 7 out of 10. I'll do another review sometime in the near future with my whole analysis of Fully Cooley Alternative, and probably compare it to Progressive, and just a video about how I think the kind of Fully Cooley experiment William Street did paid off, if I think the show is good, and just general thoughts on it. But like I said, this is an Eye Beholder episode. What do you think? If you want to say something, leave a comment below. If you like this content, if you want to see more content in this vein, please subscribe and please hit that notification button. I am Orange Cat, and that is all.